Welcome to News You Can Trust. I'm Nina McLaughlin. This past Tuesday, the Maine Republican Party issued a press release calling on Representative Ryan Tipping to step down as chair of the Taxation Committee or to be reassigned to a different committee. That same morning, Governor LePage announced on the radio that he thought that Representative Tipping should actually resign as representative. Why? Because this past campaign season, Representative Tipping was paid $9,000 by a pro-tax hike PAC while he was running as a clean elections candidate. He won his election and is now the chair of Taxation Committee, which in and of itself is suspicious because last year, Representative Tipping was on the Education Committee. There were plenty of other representatives who had more experience than him who could have been named as chair of this committee. We have to call into question the fact that he was named as chair. Why was he named as chair of this committee? And could it have something to do with the fact that he accepted $9,000 from this PAC before he was elected? Representative Tipping is hiding behind an ethics letter from last year when he was campaigning, in which the ethics commissioner, Jonathan Wayne, said that he did not see a problem with this. However, now that Representative Tipping is chairing the Taxation Committee, he is under a different code of ethics. He is under the Legislative Code of Ethics, which specifically reads, "No Maine legislators will accept any employment that will impair their independence and integrity of judgment, nor will they exercise their position of trust to secure unwarranted privileges for themselves or others." That seems pretty clear to us. We are calling on Speaker Gideon to observe this code of ethics and hold Representative Tipping to this standard. Because if he can't be held to this standard, then no legislators can be held to this standard. And we might as well put a tip jar outside of the committee room, tips for tipping, and we can raise $9,001 and see if we can buy our own viewpoint in that room. Furthermore, if they are willing to not hold him accountable, we can even hang a for sale sign on the Maine State House, selling off all of our legislators to any special interest group that wants to pay. On Wednesday, there was a committee hearing for an exciting new piece of legislation, LD 121, an act to require photo identification to vote. This is sponsored by Representative Brad Farron from the lovely town of Norridgewock, and this is essentially asking that people bring a photo ID to vote in Maine. Now, the committee room was filled with liberal special interest groups and lobbyists who are opposing this legislation, but they apparently haven't realized that you need a photo ID to fly, drive, buy beer, buy lottery tickets, apply for a job, cash a check, open a bank account, go on food stamps, get some welfare, buy a gun, adopt a pet, get a hotel room, or donate blood, and also to vote in the Democratic Presidential Caucus. Last year, Maine GOP received credible chatter that there were people planning on voting under a different name. While we sent an action alert, we would prefer that this not be a problem in the first place. If you are excited about this piece of legislation and you'd like to be a citizen co-sponsor, you can go to mainegop.com/voter ID. You may recall that Maine GOP recently filed a freedom of access request against Portland school districts for all correspondence relating to certain political activities. The school district has just gotten back to us, and they have over 6,000 records that match our request. Now, this isn't our first FOA, and it definitely won't be our last, so we are asking that you help us to receive these records by donating to our FOA fund at mainegop.com/FOAAFUND. Last week, Senator Susan Collins had a meeting with Judge Neil Gorsuch to discuss his nomination to the Supreme Court. She was obviously very impressed and issued the following statement. "My more than hour-long meeting with Judge Gorsuch this morning confirmed for me what many on both sides of the aisle and those who know him well have said throughout his distinguished career. Judge Gorsuch is an individual with great integrity and extraordinary intellect who has a deep respect for the law. There is still no word from Maine's other Senator, Angus King, on if he plans to support highly qualified Supreme Court nominee Judge Gorsuch. Senator King, tens of thousands of people across the state are watching you, and so am I. That's a really nice Senate seat you have there. And it'd be a shame if something happened to it." Thank you for watching this episode of News You Can Trust. Be sure to share it with your friends on social media. For more videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you'd like to see more information on what we're doing at the party, go to MaineGOP.com. We know we're not reporters, but you can trust us.